Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. This is your assignment for Chapter 8.6, Factoring Trinomials. These are trinomials in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. You're watching Mrs. Ross Does Math. So today I wanted to go through and do two problems of this assignment with you to kind of get you started and to answer any questions that you may have as you're working through this. I'm not expecting perfection. I'm simply expecting that you guys try and make an attempt on this. And once again, like I said in my last video, if you have any questions at all, please reach out to me and I will do everything I can to answer them for you. The first problem that we're going to be doing together today is number 1. Number 1 says 3p squared minus 2p minus 5. Now, once again, the way in which we're going to be solving these is by using slide, factor, divide, and bottoms up. Now I wanted to add that factor piece in there to remind you that once you slide and you have a workable trinomial, to remember to factor. Okay, so to begin with today, we're going to start out by multiplying our 3 by our 5. This is the slide of slide, factor, divide, and bottoms up. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 5, and that's going to give me 15. So I actually have the polynomial of p squared minus 2p minus 15. Because once again, this is 5 times 3. Now my numbers that multiply together to give me negative 15 and add or subtract together to give me negative 2 are 5 and 3. Now in this case, my 5 is negative, my 3 is positive. So I'm going to go and put p minus 5 and p plus 3 in parentheses. That was our factor. Now we're going to divide. I'm going to divide by the number that was in front of the p squared, which was 3. So I'm going to divide by 3 here, and I'm going to divide by 3 here. Now 3 divided by 3, that gives us 1. So we get p plus 1. However, here, 5 divided by 3, that doesn't work. So we're going to bottoms up the 3 and move it in front of the p. So I get 3p minus 5 in front. Now, when we check this, and I want you to check this on at least half of your problems. When we check, we have 3p squared, negative 5p, 3p, and negative 5. We add our middle terms together. So once again, we're left with 3p squared minus 2p minus 5. That was our original equation, which means this of 3p minus 5 and p plus 1, both in parentheses, is our final answer. Now the next question I'm going to be helping you guys out with today is on number 8. Number 8 says this. It says 9k squared plus 66k plus 21. Now, these are some pretty big numbers. 9 is a fairly large number, 66 and 21. And when we were to multiply our 9 by 21, we're going to get 189. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know those factors off the top of my head. So to save myself a little time, I'm going to pull out a greatest common factor. And in this case, a greatest common factor, or a number that can go into all three numbers, is 3. So I'm going to take out a 3 from everything. And when I go 9 divided by 3, we'd be left with 3k squared. 66 divided by 3 would be 22. And 21 divided by 3 would be 7. Now these numbers, those are a lot prettier. Now I'm going to go through the same steps as before. I'm going to slide, I'm going to factor, I'm going to divide, and I'm going to bottoms up. So I'm going to slide the 3 that's inside my parentheses and attached to my k squared over with my 7. So I have 3 parentheses k squared plus 22k plus 21. Now the numbers that can multiply together to give us 21, but add together to give us 22, that's a lot easier. It's 1 and 21. So in my parentheses, I'm going to go k plus 1 and k plus 21. Now one thing I need to remember is to always bring that 3 that we initially took out down. It always has to follow. Now I'm going to go through, now that I've slid, I've factored, we're going to divide. So I'm going to divide 21 by 3, and I'm going to divide 1 by 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7, so we get k plus 7. Now 1/3, or 1 divided by 3, that's not a whole number, and we only want whole numbers. So I'm going to take the 3 here, and I'm going to slide it in front. So I now have 3k plus 1 in parentheses, and I have the 3 as well. This 3 parentheses, 3k plus 1, parentheses k plus 7, will be our final answer. Now we can check that just like we have with everything else. So we're going to set it up over on the side. My 3k, our 1, our k, and 7. We get 3k squared, 1k, 21k, and 7. Add these together in the middle, you get 3k squared plus 22k plus 7. Now once again, we had that 3 in the very front. So now we're going to distribute that 3 back into everything. 3 times 3, that'd be 9, so I get 9k squared. 3 times 22, that gives us 66. And 3 times 7, that gives us 21. Now this answer here matches our original equation up here, which means that this 3 parentheses 3k plus 1 and parentheses k plus 3, that is our final answer. Once again, if you have any questions at all, please leave me a comment below. You can message me on Remind or shoot me an email. Thank you so much for watching. This is Mrs. Ross Does Math.